We're live.
Hey everyone, welcome to this Kids on Bikes campaign on Roll20, sponsored by Under Entertainment. We're so happy to have y'all with us. So happy to have y'all join session 0 as we build out our location, we build our characters, and we talk about what makes this town tick and what makes it interesting. I'm Shareef Jackson. I will be your GM or your game master for this, and I will go in the order of the overlay and have people introduce themselves. So let's start on the bottom left with Shu.
Hi everyone, my name is Shu. I am a comedian, actor, writer, kind of whatever is happening in the world right now. Is there a specific thing you want us to introduce, or?
No, just whatever you would like the world to know. You know, that's all.
You can find me on.
We don't have characters yet. You know.
Yeah. We are all characters in our own lives, and I hope you take that with you. This Mercury in retrograde. All right, next one.
Wow, starting off the deep conversation. Get your third eye open, everybody. All right, next is Kailey.
Hey everybody, I'm Kailey Bray. You can find me on Twitter at Hoppa Barbarian. I am the DM for Damsel's Dice and Everything Nice on Pixel Circus, the Princess Dungeons and Dragons show. And yeah, that's me. I do a bunch of cool stuff.
Next up is Markeia.
Hey everyone, I'm Markeia McCarty. I'm a marketing director for Hunters Entertainment that has done Kids on Bikes, so it's like this is really exciting. You may know me from Something Scary on Snarled, youtube.com/snarled. That is a weekly animated horror episode that happens. Apparently y'all really liked our Valentine's Day episode. I'm so glad. Because it's kind of messed up. So glad that you enjoyed that. And yeah, really looking forward to spooky small town adventures for Monday mornings. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Markeia McCarty. It's my name. And on Twitch, I'm Darth Markeia. So yeah.
Awesome. Darth, huh?
Yeah.
Are you a Sith? Like is that what's going on?
Why do all Darths have to be Siths, Shareef?
I've been got. Sorry, I've been got. And finally, Noir.
Hey, hello. I'm Noir. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram as the Noir. You can find me on TikTok by just dropping the. I'm super duper excited for this game. I'm mad nervous, but I'm super excited.
Cool. Yeah. And talking about nervous, I'm the GM, so that's always nerve-wracking. But like one cool thing about Kids on Bikes is the collaborative nature. So we really are truly going to build everything like together, and then obviously I'm going to take it and throw all my machinations in it. But the cool thing is like, you know, us like building it. And if you're not familiar with what Kids on Bikes is or like what the theme is, I'm going to read this section from the introduction of the book, which I think kind of sets the scene for like what most campaigns are. So like right on, I believe this is like the 6th page of the thing. It says, the door to the old house creaks open, the rust on the hinges groaning as you see the dust floating like spores in the air inside. By the faint light of your cheap flashlights, you see the stair to the upper floor, its railings gnarled and broken like crooked teeth. Their curve makes the stairs seem almost like a hungry grin, and you wonder if their age will support your weight. Still, you must go in. The only question is, who will go first? In Kids on Bikes, you'll take the roles of everyday people grappling with strange, terrifying, and exceptionally powerful forces that they cannot defeat, control, or even fully understand. The only way to face them is to work together, to use your strengths, and know when you just have to run as fast as you can. So that hopefully sets the scene for what this system is like about. It is heavily inspired by stories that you might be like familiar with, like E.T. and The Goonies and Stranger Things and Super 8. a lot of like a TV shows and franchises that have to do with a bunch of like kids and like families in like usually like a small town, dealing with sort of the normal small town gossip and all that stuff, but also dealing with other more things of possibly a supernatural or like a creepier nature as well. So that's what we're going for. If you like that, you are in the right place. But even if you don't think you like that, trust me, we had a great group of people here that will make it fun, and like all that. So first thing that we want to do today is we're going to go around and do some like a world building. Now, we already talked offline about what era that we want this to be set in terms of the years and the decades and like all that stuff. And we decided on early 1990s, right? So everyone was pushing really hard for the 80s, y'all. I had to push them back and said, no, we're gonna do the 90s. That's a lie. It was actually the other way around. But yeah, so like we are going to be like grounding this in the early 90s. Now, by grounding, we don't mean like we're going to be looking up in a dictionary exactly what happened, and if you reference something that's a year off, that we're going to like call you out on and stuff. But like the general theme and vibe of the early 90s is like what we are looking for. So the important things here is this is like pre, like, I mean, the internet was out obviously, but it wasn't like a major factor. Way pre cell phone, right? So like the main ways that you would communicate is by seeing people. I know it's a weird thing, but yeah, you actually had to see people, maybe call them on a quote unquote landline, people. You had to know people's phone numbers.
I don't know what that is.
You know what I'm saying? I had a phone book.
Can you say it again?
Yeah.
Look, I had a phone book back in the day. So dope. I had drawn caricatures of all my friends. So I would like draw them and then the phone number. It was so good. Yeah. So like that like general vibe of like, not being able to reach out immediately to get news or like, search social media, all that kind of stuff. Right. This is way before all that. So like that is like the general vibe of what we're going to go for here. I want to go in sort of a round robin style where I'm going to ask each person a question, but that person is just going to like start the discussion, and then like everybody else can jump in and like add some more flavor and like and detail to it, and like I'll be taking notes. So let me bring up, I should probably have my notes document up. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to start actually in the opposite order of the overlay. So I'm going to start with Noir first.
No!
Yeah! Well, I mean, you can always pass,
No, I'm just messing around.
You know what I'm saying?
I was ready to go full 90s. Let's do this.
Hey.
Okay, so I thought for session 0, like we weren't, because I was gonna break it out, but I was saving it for session 1. But
yeah, I got the way too big jersey on. I got the hat. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, God.
Okay. All right. Getting in the zone. Okay. So, Noir, where does our adventure take place in? So like this can either be like a region of the country, or it can be like a state. Where should we be located?
Everybody knows where I want to answer that, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna
Do it.
Do it.
Okay, well, you know what? You all asked for it. I'm gonna say on the suburbs surrounding Chicago. Let's do that.
Okay.
We're talking about our hillside, our Bellwood, our Maywoods. Let's go.
Ooh.
Okay. And for people that are not from the Chicago area, can you explain, are those immediate suburbs or are those like exurbs? Because like Chicago has a very large greater Chicago area,
Yeah,
right?
these are the west burbs, about 45 minutes out of the
Gotcha.
city.
Okay. That's like important though, right? Because
Yeah.
like, you know, that's a different kind of lifestyle than like if you live immediately outside of the city, you know?
Yeah.
So like you have access to like a big city, but you still have like your own.
You
like,
have access,
sphere,
like you have PACE instead of CTA for your public transportation, and PACE stops at 9. So if you are still in the city at 9 in the 90s, you are SOL. You gotta call a taxi.
Yeah, and
It's an expensive cab.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's
And for the uninitiated, these are trains. Always got to remember that there's so many people here from like Chicago that it can be very easy to dip into the local speak. But we have a wide audience, right? So
yeah,
I'm gonna try to translate it out, you know. In the same way how when like I moved here, I had to discover what a Chicago hot dog was.
Glorious is the answer.
Amazing.
And
Best hot dog in the world. Only acceptable answer.
Being from New Jersey,
I would love
I
this
was
game.
mortified, but I fell in love with it. I just accepted it as something different. It is a Chicago hot dog. It is its own thing. You know, I am risking my life right now. But, yeah. Okay. All right. So Chicago suburbs. Okay.
Yep.
Great. All right. And like about like 45 minutes out.
About 45 minutes for the city.
Good. All right. Markeia, what is the name of our town?
Okay, but it's not like a real Chicago suburb.
I mean,
What?
yeah, I don't think we should do a real one. I think like we should like, I mean, we're inventing a place. So.
Okay. Techburg.
Techburg. Okay. Techburg. And like is that like a TECHBURB?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, a G. Techburg. Okay, good. Very, very similar to. For some reason, it makes me think of Duckburg. Like, so I'm thinking of the DuckTales song, but like here in Techburg. These cars, lasers, air. Oh, sorry, I don't want to get a content strike by singing the
Gotta look out for that one
DuckTales
MCA
song, which I love, guys. I do tend to go off topic a little bit, but just to give y'all, I used to. So when the Disney Afternoon was out in the early '90s, by the way, when DuckTales would come on, I had like a dance, and I would sing the whole DuckTales theme.
You had a dance.
I had a
Remember the
dance.
Are you gonna show us the dance?
Yeah,
'Cause-
you can't just tell us that there was a dance and then not.
Yeah,
show
we
us
can't
the
move on
dance.
from that.
I can't show you the dance. I'm sitting. I can't show you that. It was a very lively dance. Like I put my body and my soul into it, you know. I had like one for Tailspin. I had one for Darkwing Duck. It was great.
Oh, I wanted to say real quick, Noir is not the only one that's gone full 90s. I found Transformers.
Oh,
And I got splatter
Let's
pants.
go. Yes!
I love those. I love it.
Yes!
I love it.
I was
I
just
love it.
about to say, you know, seeing that dance sounds like a real nice goal that the audience might need to
You know.
Oh
do
yeah.
something to achieve.
Well, you know what? I might record myself with what I remember from the dance and I'll post it. You know, maybe we'll do that. Okay, cool. So Techburg. All right, I am a fan of that. Okay, all right. So the next question is for Kailey. What is Techburg famous for? Like, what are they known for? And like, it can either be like locally known in that like immediate area, or like nation, or like nationally known, or like something, right? What is Techburg's thing?
Techburg's thing. like what they do for industry, or like just anything?
It could be anything.
what
It could be
they're-
industry. It could be like some kind of like festival. It could be like some kind of like product, you know, that like they like produce, right? It could be anything.
Oh, I might go bold here. Let me know if I'm going too wild.
There's no such thing.
What if
No such thing.
Techburg is nearby Techburg is a kind of infamous like compound of preppers, like in the woods. Like there's just something that's like in the woods outside of like the main town drag. There's a community of people who are like trying to live off the grid.
Yeah, my dog wants to join in on the creation. All right. So you were saying a compound. Sorry, my dog kind of distracted me a little bit. I apologize.
All good. Like there's like a compound of like doomsday preppers out in the woods outside of town.
Okay.
People trying to live off the grid.
So Techburg is known as like the closest kind of place to these doomsday preppers, kind of.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of known as like the place adjacent to these people that are like in cabins, like off the grid, like kind of like gathering resources and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say that, I'm just kind of trying to throw something. Would you say that like Techburg is maybe where those people would go? Well, I don't know if they're off the grid, I guess like they wouldn't go in to shop.
But like it could be early days of it, and occasionally you still see people very occasionally needing some kind of supply or part that they haven't been able to figure out how to make themselves yet.
Sure. Okay. All right. Yeah. So like you still see them around Techburg. So if Techburg is known for this, would you or anyone else say that people would come to Techburg to try to get a chance to see these folks, or to maybe like drive by some of these cabins or something like since it's known for it? Would you say that that's a possibility?
Yeah, I bet that there would definitely be curious people, or people looking to even join them from Chicago if someone is tired of city life, trying to go off the grid.
That's right. I'm tired of these modems. I got to go off the grid. Like I'm tired of this 28.8 modem. I got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is also like super true of Illinois. Like the high school that I went to was literally a former bomb shelter that they built for the community to like for people to come in, and then eventually they were like, what do we do with this property? Let's make it into a math and science academy. So that's like a real thing in like Illinois. Like,
oh well, because Y2, if they're prepping for Y2K already, right? They know they've got less than 10 years.
Ooh, early prepping, early Y2K prepping. I like that.
That definitely, I know that happened.
mm-hmm.
I am definitely writing this in. That is definitely what they're prepping for. Early Y2K. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Did anybody else's parents talk smack about the Y2K like panic, but still bought all the water?
I mean, we definitely had some stuff. I mean, we didn't go like ridiculous, but we definitely bought extra stuff for sure.
Yeah, my pops was just like, there ain't nothing gonna happen, but we had like way more jugs of water than we've ever bought before.
Just in case.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, like I didn't have like a generator or anything like that, but like there were definitely folks I know that were hacking up. They were stocked up. So, all right, great. So like Techburg is known for being adjacent to these doomsday preppers. I love that. Awesome. Okay. All right. Shu, what is the town infamous for? Meaning like, what is something that they're known for that is not really that like the town is maybe a little bit ashamed of, or maybe it's something that they might try to hide, right? What is the town infamous for?
So Techburg does a lot of water processing. And so they do a lot of water processing for Chicago, which meant that because there's a lot of waterways through it, they used to, whenever the folks in Chicago were tired of gambling, they would go to Techburg. So there were some stories of bootleggers who used to come and cause all sorts of havoc. But that's something that the Techburg people now want to move past.
I like it. I like it. So like bootleggers would set up there, and you know, during I'm assuming you mean like the Prohibition era, right? Like
oh yes, the Prohibition era.
Alcohol, like bootleggers. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. So Techburg's a little ashamed of this. Like they want to go out on their own and say we are Techburg, right? We are not defined by these stories in the 20s and in the 30s, right? And I know it's crazy to say 20s now that we live in 2020.
Oh, I feel old.
but yeah, you know, I like this, and you know, as most kind of suburbs are, they want to like not be in that shadow of Chicago, right? They like want to be their own place and be defined like we're not just a Chicago suburb, right? We are Techburg, you know. I love it. Okay, great. So let's go back up to Noir then for the next question. So let's talk about the economy of Techburg, right? What kind of stuff? Well, is it a prospering town? Is it kind of floundering? Is it stagnant? Is it kind of in the middle? How is Techburg doing in terms of its economy?
You know, it's starting to flounder. A lot of the manufacturing jobs have left. It's and you know, people are figuring out what to do, how to make this work, you know. So yeah, it's a struggling town, but you know, people get by.
Would you say that the struggling is recent, or is it like something that's been going on for a little while?
I would say that it's recent with the exit of one of the key employers in the town, one of the main manufacturing plants.
Ooh, okay. So, all right. So like I want a name, and like, you know, anybody can like add on to this. So a name of the company and what their manufacturing thing was.
Anybody got anything?
It was a water treatment plant. They used to do chemicals, and the name was ChemT, and it does not stand for chemtrails.
Okay. So like CHEM in the letter T, or like TEE, or how
TEE. I think that'd be funnier.
Oh yeah.
Okay. TEE. ChemT.
But now ChemT is empty.
Oh, that's so good. I didn't even think about that.
And like, you know what? Those are some of the signs that you see, because there's some people here that are been protesting, like we're losing our jobs, you know, like where are we going to make money?
Can't
like,
be empty.
Exactly. I mean, like we don't. I mean, like, we don't want to have to move back into the city. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're not city folk here in Techburg. You know, we don't want to have to move to like Chicago. You know, so yeah. So there's definitely ChemT is empty, and the empty definitely has the two E's as well.
Oh yeah.
So like, yeah, there are definitely like those signs around Techburg, right? You've like seen, you know, as we get into character creation, you know, which we haven't gotten to yet, but just like think about like, you know, if your characters have any relationship with anybody at ChemT, right? Maybe if they're a kid, right? Maybe one of their parents actually worked there, or like maybe you're related to the freaking founder of ChemT or something. You know, there's like all kind of things that we can tie this world into the character. So great. All right. So it's starting to flounder, because Kempty recently left. Now, why did they leave? And like anybody can jump in with why they left. It could be like, just the realities of finance. They just got a better deal somewhere. Or
There was a
go
huge
ahead.
accident that happened, and
Ooh.
instead of having to weather the lawsuits, they were just like, well, we're just leaving.
deuces. Oh
Dang.
man, they left because of a key accident. And would you say that the accident is like mysterious, like they kind of like no one really knows what happened, or like was it like a very public thing that everybody kind of knows?
It's like one of those things that if it got out, like if it could hit the national stage, it would be as big as Flint, but it isn't.
Ooh, wow.
It's just like in our town, and as far as we know, they've kind of gotten away with it, but who knows where that might end up.
Ooh, yeah. This is making me very happy as a GM. I love this.
Juicy.
I love this.
No, this is so
Juicy.
good.
Juicy. That's why Kempty's empty. Oh, I love it. I love this so much. Okay, great. Awesome. All right, so I believe Markeia is next. So the next question we got is, so every town has like a different like a local or organizations, right? So like there's like there's like churches, there's like business groups, schools, all that kind of stuff. What is a very notable local organization in Techburg? So like a very influential one that like kind of holds like a lot of sway in like what happens in the town.
Sort of historical preservation
Okay.
society, where
Okay.
it's like they're stopping expansion in places and only allowing it in others, kind of a
Okay.
deal.
Society stopping expansion. All right. Do you have a name for this society?
Homegrown.
Ooh.
Like homegrown historical preservation.
Homegrown historical.
Ah.
Do
like
we? Are they the kind of historical society that is encouraging, like wiping out the bootlegger history and only focusing on other history, or are they?
I think they'd be very selective with what they chose to preserve. So it's like I like that, where it's just like no, this is a nice clean town that has a beautiful future. Look at these foundations. Don't look over here. Yeah, no point in looking over there.
Right. Like, look at our Frank Lloyd Wright houses. Don't look at our history book.
Wow. So you could say alternate history preservation society.
Ooh.
Trying to change up the history here. Unbelievable, homegrown. I thought better of you. Okay, awesome, cool. So can you give me like who would be like the give me a name of a person that would be like either the head or the media face, like when you think of like a homegrown, like you would think of this person.
Oh, I think her name is it was like maybe Bitly Spellbound or something like that.
Spellbound. Yeah. I hope it's Bitly like she actually goes on to found Bitly. And like later here, she's like, I should just name, what should I name it? Oh, just put a
Just
period
name
in the
it
middle of my
after
name.
me.
Yeah, just put a period in there. It works for her. Cool. Bitly Spellbound. Okay, so like is it fair to say that she's like the head of Homegrown?
Yeah,
Head of Homegrown.
she's Homegrown's homegirl.
All right, I love it. Bitly Spellbound. All right. So we have our historical I say preservation or I always mess that word up, but whatever. Homegrown. Okay. So let's go to Kailey. Let's do another notable organization. So like this is another one in the town of Techburg that like holds influence, or thinks it holds influence, but like really doesn't, but like kind of has like a outdated, like a thinks more like highly of itself than it is. So like you can go either way with that. Give me a notable organization of Techburg.
I'd say the Small Business Association.
Okay. All right.
The Techburg Small Business Association, looking to again revamp that town image and bring back jobs after the big corp of Chemty left the town.
Okay. Cool. All right. So the TSBA, the Techburg Small Business Association, looking to revamp that image. Give me a person. Give me a name of who would be representing the TSBA.
I think that the chair of the TSBA's name is Eric Foreman.
Eric Foreman. Okay.
And he owns the video store in town.
Oh, okay. All right. Definitely in the 90s. I love it.
Yeah.
That's all right. Owns a video store.
That's a reference I understand.
Yeah. Now is this, I actually like this. So is this like, so he owns like kind of, it's like a small one, I'm assuming, like kind of like a mom and pop one, right?
Absolutely. No, he is rabidly against chains.
That's what I was getting at. In Techburg.
Franchises of any kind.
Yeah. So in Techburg, is there a Blockbuster or like any of the other big ones that is kind of competing with him? Or like is like a Eric's Place like the spot in Techburg to get videos?
I think that somehow Eric has found a way to push or discourage any large franchises from taking hold in Techburg. Okay. Maybe nobody knows why.
Oh, I like that. Everybody's like, how does he do this? Even these small towns, they all have like I forgot.
There's at least one Blockbuster.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the other major.
Damn, we can't even get a Hollywood video up in this piece.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about. Hollywood. Yeah,
the game garage.
Like, I know. Think about all those people that come to visit Techburg to try to look at these doomsday preppers, and they come with their Blockbuster cards. They're at a hotel and they're like, "Hey, I'll just go buy Blockbuster. I'll rent something." And it's only Eric Foreman's.
It's Foreman's store. Flicks or nothing.
Foreman's Flicks.
I love it. Yeah, and Foreman's Flicks ain't taking that Blockbuster card. So now you got to sign up for another membership, or it's small town. If you know him, he'll just be like, whatever, I'll let you borrow without the membership. But still, like, this is a big thing. Like, how has Foreman been keeping these big chains out, of Techburg?
I have to ask if Foreman's Flicks is one of those petty video stores where if you cut up your Blockbuster card, you get a free rental.
Gotta be.
Oh my god!
Right? Gotta be.
That's going in. That's going in.
Yeah, I like it. They're going hard out here in Techburg.
I mean, you need that kind of like marketing to like to get a free rent. Ooh,
like they even take a picture of a person, put it on the wall, like they do in pizza shops. Yes.
Oh yeah, exactly. There's a whole wall of pictures of a people with their cards with scissors on them, like right before they cut it. So like a Foreman Flixen, who knows? That might get the ire of like maybe a oh god I'm not even gonna mention it because I already thought of the whole thing.
Of Big Rental.
That's cool. No, I'm just saying maybe somebody comes to visit and they might have some interest in or be involved with one of these major franchises, and maybe they're just going to check out Foreman's Flicks and they get offended by these photos of people cutting up these cards. Like, oh man, who knows what kind of pettiness can come out of that, you know? Okay. All right. So for our notable places, we have Homegrown Historical, and we have the Techburg Small Business Association. Awesome, y'all. Very, very good work. All right, so we're back to Shu. All right, so a notable landmark, right? So like, does like it could be Foreman's Flicks. That could be a landmark. It could be like some kind of like street or statue, or I don't want to say mountain, but like hill, you know? There's like all different kinds of landmarks. So what is one notable landmark that is in Techburg?
There is a park in the center of town, and the rumor is that this park is where they used to bury a lot of bodies back in the bootlegger days. And so, of course, the city, Techburg, just supposedly put dirt all over it, put a couple trees and a few benches. But there is like a forgotten statue kind of in the back, trying to pay homage to what was before.
Okay. Just describe the statue a little bit for me. What does it look like?
It's a giant cup of water.
Okay. I mean, is it like for some reason I thought of like Kool-Aid Man, which I know is not like a cup of water, but for some reason I thought of like a giant pitcher with a face on it. But no, you like mean like an actual
chalice. Like a chalice or something, kind of like an old water. I feel like it's made of stone, but there's like moss growing on it. It's not like taken care of super well. Right. It's like the thing that like pigeons like kind of sleep on, and it's not particularly noteworthy of any sort, you know. But it's there.
I like this. Does the park have a name?
Yes, it has a name.
And it's a good name too.
And it's an amazing name.
It's an amazing name.
The name is T. Bergen Park, after the family that owns the Kemty.
Oh, okay. Named after Kemty owner. So
Yeah,
it's T. Bergen, like can you spell that for me?
Teebergen.
Oh, wow. I was not even thinking that, but I'm glad I asked you to spell that. I had it written completely different. Okay, great. Okay, so like now we have some insight that the owners of so the family name of the owners of Kemty are T-Bergen. Like, is that kind of what you're saying because it's named after them?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so T-Bergens. I love it. See, that's like my favorite part about this game is not giving people too much time to think of these answers. Because you kind of want things that are like, kind of, I mean, like I pointed out to the questions earlier, but like I always find these go like a better when like it's a kind of like you're acting off of each other's like ideas and like the energy, so like we're just like coming up with like stuff kind of not completely off the cuff, but like somewhat off the cuff. That's good.
Oh, I thought about this ahead of time, as you can.
I know you did. I That's what I'm saying. Can you share that drawing of the statue that you did over the weekend? Like you?
Oh yeah. I'll send that to you in a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Yeah. Zach, I'll just print it out on my 3D printer. You know, and like we'll be good.
For sure.
All right, good. So we got Techburg Park. Okay, I like it. And it's in the center of town. You said, right?
Yes.
Center of town. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, let's go back to Noir. Let's do another notable landmark. What's another landmark in Techburg that, like, if like somebody came to visit, it's like, yo, you got to see this, you know, or like it's somewhere where, like, if you're given like directions, you always include this, like, yeah, it's west of this, or like go here and turn left kind of thing, you know.
I think that there is I think there's like a gorge that people go to, like
Okay.
What's it called, where people like big old holes in the earth where people mine for like
Geysers?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like, oh god, I used to live next to one and I can't remember. It's in Bolingbrook.
You just live next to a big old hole in
Just
the
a
earth.
big old hole, like, yeah, like
Just a huge
they would
hole
blow it up with
straight to the
dynamite
center.
and start mining stuff, and I can't remember what it's called, but I
A
used
mine?
Yeah, you know what? Let's just call it a mine.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just call it a mine. Let's just call it a mine. You know, if they blow it up and start mining stuff, let's call it a mine.
We're doing it live.
Yeah, do it live. That's right. That's right.
Well, if you're like mining something like limestone, that's related to like water treatment.
Yeah,
So
that's exactly what it was. It was limestone that they were doing in Bolingbrook. So yeah,
Limestone quarry.
Quarry. That's the word.
Oh, quarry was the word. Okay. There we go. Kailey with the assist. That is teamwork, y'all. Great. All right. So, what is the name of this mine quarry? I guess I'll call it quarry. I won't say mine. Quarry because it sounds cooler. Yeah. What's the name of this quarry?
Let's see. The one I lived next to was named after the owner. So let's do that and come up with like a really.
Yeah, let's just come up with a name and actually, why don't we come up with the name of the owner first, and then we'll just name the mine after that person.
I'm gonna use the word that I'm gonna use a name that I've wanted used for like probably a bad guy for a while now, which is Thaddeus. Yeah, see, it just makes you like it makes me angry.
That is a nefarious person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that.
The Chad of the 90s.
Nice.
Thaddeus Chadwick.
Oh my god, that's a good one if I've ever heard
That name
one.
sounds like money.
Sounds like money. This guy's up to no good. Got drinking whiskey.
Man. Yeah, so like, is it like Chadwick's quarry, Thaddeus's quarry?
I think Chadwick's quarry would be,
Chadwick's quarry? Okay. God, that just sounds like.
You know what? Can we give it a J for the real uncast? Brought in Thaddeus J. Chadwick, and I'm in love with it now.
Yes.
Thaddeus J. Chadwick.
Yes.
Thank you, Chad.
Yeah. I mean, you might even want to add a number like Thaddeus J. Chadwick. The third. Yeah, he's definitely the third.
Oh yeah,
sure.
This is like a city of crazy names.
Oh my god,
yeah.
I don't even know who Thaddeus J. Chadwick the third is, but I feel like I owe him money.
Right?
I mean, that might be a plot line. Be careful with what you throw out there.
Oh no.
Oh wow! According to Ancestry.com, this is a real person. Died in 1906.
Really?
Or did they?
Or did Shu like very quickly create a wiki entry for every name that we've said so far?
Do not put it past me. I am one with the internet, sort of.
I mean, look, you already have a drawing of the statue of the Chalice of Water,
Right.
so I'm not.
Which
I'm
I'm going to
not
send
putting-
to you later, even though I haven't done
Yes.
it before. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I won't put it past you. So do we want to use it even if it's a real person, or like do we want to change the name a little bit, or like I don't mind, but like some people do mind if it's like a real person. But let's just keep it, whatever.
Yeah, the way
I think
I
if they
look
died
at it,
in
if
if
you
they
got
died in
the-
What's up?
1906, we're good.
Yeah.
Are you sure? His ghost might be haunting the quarry though. Like we might disturb it. I don't know.
now that's a
Okay,
plot
yeah.
line.
So
Hey, so good.
yeah, good. So so we got Chadwick's quarry. Awesome. Okay. So I actually one thing I forgot to mention about the well I have an idea of when the Techburg Park was made, because it was made after the bootlegger days. They were trying to like cover up the thing. How long would you say the quarry has been here? Has it been here like before the town? Like was the town built around it? Was it developed after the town?
Just to
Was it-
make Chadwick an even worse person, I'm gonna say that he didn't make it; he found it. Like, like, it's been here.
So like he like
Since the
Christopher
town
Columbus
began.
did. Like
It was just like,
Like-
oh, there's a quarry with limestone all over. It's mine now.
okay, got it. He's a colonizer.
I mean, yeah. His name is
His name is Thaddeus Chadwick. Yeah.
All right.
There's somebody
Mhm.
watching this now with the name Thaddeus that's like, fuck these guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm a
like,
hero
they're-
in my own story.
yeah. All right. So yeah, I will say then that he got the quarry through unknown means. So like, how about that? You know,
Yeah.
Like
Make it even more
nobody really knows how he
nefarious.
got it. But they know he's making bank off it. Okay. All right. Awesome. Cool. All right. So the next question, now that we have our landmarks out the way, is and wait, who's next? Markeia is next. So let's talk a little bit about the school in Techburg. So first, and like, you know, let's just say like the high school, I guess, like we'd say, right? What is the mascot? What is the school's mascot?
Well, since we've been very earth and water, I kind of want to go air, so I'm gonna say aviators.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh,
I like
great.
it.
Yeah.
I like that. The aviators, yeah, cool. They like all wear like sneakers. The aviators, very dope. And like the glasses. It's great.
Yeah.
Little goggles. Love that.
Great, yeah.
Maybe their
Okay.
mascot just like it's a person with like a big head. You know how it's usually like a bear or a jaguar? It's like a big person.
Okay.
Like-
Yeah. Like
Yeah, it's
like yeah.
aviators.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're a baseball fan, like Mr. Met, he's just like a big baseball head. Like it's a big head that's a baseball. So okay.
And yet this is
Got
still
it.
somehow cooler than my actual high school mascot.
Same.
Okay, but what
Yeah,
were
we
they?
actually-
Now you have to tell us.
Well, actually, I was comparing it to my junior high mascot, which was we were the Rough Riders in the
Mm.
90s. When
Yeah.
DMX was huge. So
Amazing.
guess what played every assembly?
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, unless there's good songs to come out to, right? That your teachers probably wouldn't let you play. But, you know.
No, it was even worse. They did their own censoring. So if they would play it, it just turned the volume down every time they got.
Oh man,
Oh,
I know,
Oh my
it was
God.
great.
That's a lot of.
is-
That's more silence than song.
that
that's
is terrific.
DMX.
Wow. And like this, this was junior high, you said, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
So like 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds,
just get hyped to DMX.
Getting hyped to DMX.
That was like that would just vanish every now and then.
I love that so much. Our mascot was the Bulldogs, which was pretty good in
That's
like
a
retrospect.
respectable mascot.
It was pretty good. The Bulldogs. All right, so we got the Aviators. Okay, great. Is the like what is the school known for? Are they known for their athletics? Are they known for like their like getting their kids into the top colleges? Are they known for students like staying home to work at local places like Kempty? What's like the school kind of known for?
I want to say that it's just like they really encourage inventors and inventing.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Like it's because you know like how you'll read like it's like there's these kids in middle school in like Nigeria that came up with an alternate fuel source using urine. It's like that.
Right.
It's like, you know, outside of the box inventing and thinking is what they do, what they're known for.
So like what if Techburg is like really like known for their science competitions, right? So like people invent their own things and Techburg kind of has like some like notoriety for, you know, for coming up with the students at this school. They just come up with like the most interesting things, you know.
I like it because they have to, because since the town is like floundering, there's like not as much budget to get like the best of stuff, so they have to come up with things.
So the science fair must be like the moment of the year for the kids. I think we can say that. That's definitely like one of the big things at the school is the science fair, you know, and like people really go hard for it, you know. It's like almost like a pride thing. So yeah, I like that. Big on science fairs. Okay, so we got the mascot. What is known for? Actually, I'll go to the next person for this one. So,
can I just say I love what we're building, and I'm already thinking of theories. I'm like, there is a mistake at the plant, and the kids are doing experiments.
No, I mean, this is what makes Kids on Bikes so good, is that even during the building, you're already hyped to play. You know, it's like you already start making those like a connection. So I just love this system so much. It is really cool. And I'm not just saying that because we're doing this. Like I've played the system in the past, and it's incredible. So, all right. So let's go to Kailey next. What's the name of our school?
Oh. So I feel like it should be named after either Thaddeus Chadwick or T. Burgett. Like I feel like the schools are always named after one of the people who has the most, who like started the town or has the most power in the town. Should it be if the park is named T. Bergen, then I think the school should be named T. Bergen too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So T. Bergen High or like something. Just
should it be T. Bergen Academy of Science? Should we be like
whatever y'all want?
Really?
Whatever y'all want.
Or
I like
just sure. Okay. Yeah. T. Bergen Academy of Science.
Yeah, because that sounds very like.
I can't help but think what their rival school calls them. Be like, oh look, you're from Teabagging Mechanics. It's like we just handed our rival school that on a platter, and I am so here for this.
That is, I've written that down, by the way. That will definitely be used, without a doubt. Okay, yeah. Okay, so
I
the
would
tea
pay to
bergen.
see your notes at the end of this. Teabagging
Oh yeah,
Daddy is
this is great.
Chadwick.
This is great. This is great.
Great names.
Yeah. All right. So the T-Bergen Academy of Science. Is T-Bergen a new school? Is it something that's been around for a while, or is it, as I've seen happen a lot actually? It used to be just a regular T-Bergen High, but then they tried to like specialize and they
tried
kinda
to make it.
renamed
I think the science part, they kind of like fell into it by accident and then decided to rebrand and just roll with it.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. Okay. The T-Bergen Aviators. Oh yeah. I love it.
From the Academy of Science.
From the Academy of Science. Go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I love it. I love this, y'all. This is great. All right. So Shu, who is the principal of T-Bergen Academy of Science?
That would be Felix von Tiebergen.
Oh, wow. Oh, the legacy. All right.
Felix von Tiebergen, and Felix is part of the Tiebergen family, as you might imagine, and is the the fifth Tiebergen to be part of that school's academic board or of any kind of capacity.
Wow. Okay. Wow, the fifth. Wow, they are running it. Is he? Would you say he's a experienced and new? Like where? Like does he know what he's doing? Is what I'm trying to get at both.
I get the sense that Felix is a little bit younger, and he's trying really hard to be cool, like the cool principal. He's like, I'm a principal kind of dude. Oh yeah, and he's
backwards.
Yeah, he's trying really hard, and I get the sense that he may be a little bit more on the outskirts of the Van Tiebergen family, so he's got a real fire to burn of running this academy.
So like he's like trying to prove himself. Like he's like, I'm not really standard principal like material, but this is my chance to like really show to the rest of my family that like I can do something. I can do it. Okay, so he's on the outskirts of the family. I like this, Felix von Tiebergen. This is great.
Now I'm just thinking like of all the sayings that he probably has. Like you can't have school without cool.
Yes.
Stealing that one.
Yeah. Speaks in like motivational like posters kind of thing.
Yeah. He's like, hey, what's up, students? It's your principal, Felix here. like over the loudspeaker. We're just chilling. We're just chilling in school today.
Just call me Principal Felix. Don't call me Mr. Von Tiebergen.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's got to be Principal Felix. Keep it casual.
Yeah, Von Tiebergen's my dad.
Don't call me my dad. Dads are yucky. Oh man. All right.
These guys are trying hard, and he has the most unfortunate name.
No. I mean, Principal Teabagging.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
we
what
we did this to them.
Yeah.
I know. We did do this, and that. I mean, look, like we definitely had nicknames for some of our principals when I was in school, and unfortunately, it happens. It happens. Not one this cool though. This is a pretty cool one. But
it's moments like this when bad things are happening to me where I'm like, what force would allow this to happen? And then I remember all the things I've done to characters, and I'm like, you know what? That's fair.
It's all about karma.
like yeah, that's on me then.
Yeah.
It is all about karma for sure. Okay, all right. So let's talk a little bit more about the school. So who did I was that Shu that I just did, right? I think I did. I think so. Well, yeah. So let's go. Actually, I don't, no. I think I just did Kailey, right? I think that was the one that I asked about the. In my notes, I should probably write who said what. Yeah, who? No, who I came up with. Felix was a Shu, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. So we're gonna go then back to Noir then. Okay. So, at the school, right? So we have the mascot. We have what it's known for. We have the like name, and we also have the principal. So tell me one other known person in this school. So not like a student though, like
Oh no, I got you.
an adult.
Oh, no,
So
that's,
it could be a vice principal, it could be maybe a janitor, it could be
I was
a
gonna
favorite teacher,
I was gonna say
a lunch person, anything.
Coach Doug Dougal.
Doug Dougal.
I would already die for Doug Dougal.
and how do you spell Dougal? Just
You know what?
is it
You
like
tell me.
bugle
No,
with a D?
D-U-G-A-L, Dougal? We're just
Okay.
gonna go with that. You need that extra U
D-U-G-G-A-L.
for flavor.
Oh, two U's. Oh
Yes,
wow.
two
Okay.
U's.
Dougal.
Dougal. Okay. And what does Coach Dougal coach?
He coaches wrestling.
Okay. All right. So, does he also teach any classes as well?
No, he just coaches wrestling.
100% wrestling coach. All right.
Incredible.
I mean, it's a
Incredible.
science academy. They're gonna need all the wrestling help they got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
gotta
They're
learn
like,
how to
hey,
grapple because they're gonna be getting in fights.
yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Good point. Okay, so why is Coach Dougal
The Dougal
such an
ground and
influential
pound. I'm
person?
sorry, chat's killing me.
So good old Dougal ground and pound. That's right. Yeah. So what is Coach Dougal? Why is he influential? What like makes him like the person that you think of when you think of T-Bergen?
If this was somebody else for me, I'm sorry, chat's really kidding me. If it's
Oh,
me,
wow.
I think Coach D, as we call him.
Okay,
I think he
Coach
used
D.
to be. I think he was a former Olympic athlete.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Like
Okay,
but he's like
former-
a complete has-been, but he's a lovable has-been.
Okay, lovable has been. Okay. Now, is he an alumni of T-Bergen? Like, did like he wrestle here and is like coming back to teach, or like does he have like no connection like before he came in to coach?
I'll leave that up to one of y'all.
Yeah.
I already
I
feel
mean,
too connected to Dougal. I want
you
to
feel too
protect him.
connected to. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think Coach D probably went to the Academy of Science, just given that he was an Olympic athlete.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
but-
that was his
but-
life, right?
Well,
Yeah.
remember though, it wasn't always the Academy of Science, right? That's its recent
Oh.
rebranding of itself. So could have. He doesn't have to though. Okay, so like he's a out of towner then. Like he came in like just to do the like a wrestling thing, and then people like got to know him in that way. That's kind of what y'all are saying.
Yeah, but I kind of like what in chat Shinobi said, like they won the gold. Like they were big time.
Oh.
They were
Big
like,
time.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then they decided small town life. Maybe there was like a love interest that was there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I love this Markeia. Yes.
Giving Coach
So
D a
there's
lot of
a love-
dimension here.
Yeah.
So there's a love interest in Techburg that made him come here, and he ended up teaching wrestling at the school. Okay, love it. Now, since he was a GOAT athlete, I know he's a has-been now, but would you say he would be like recognizable to maybe someone his age or like an adult? Like, hey, like you were
He's
like
on a
that.
Wheaties box. Was he on a cereal box?
You tell me. Was he on a Wheaties box?
Yeah, I think he
All
totally was.
All right.
Like, you know, shining in all his glory. Maybe he had like a fashion thing that he did back then that was like really recognizable. I don't know. Is he an ascot man? I don't know.
We can make him an
Gotta be
ascot,
now,
dude.
Coach D with an ascot.
Yeah, this big
I'm so
muscle bound
happy
guy
right
with his
now.
tiny ascot. Is,
I feel like the
Oh,
teenage
man.
part of my brain is like, I'm gonna bully this man so hard.
Right?
all right. We have got a lock on Coach D now. I can definitely see him in my head right now. Coach D. So okay, all right, good. All right. So like a Coach D is like our like significant kind of character that from the school. Okay, great. Are y'all good to keep going? You want to take a break or are we good?
I'm good.
I'm just checking it. Okay, good. Because I know it's been like over an hour. Okay, awesome. All right, so now that I will read through all the town stuff because the next thing that like we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about rumors in the town. All right. So what I have so far is
Rumor has
we
it.
are in it. So like we are in a Chicago suburb about 45 minutes out named Techburg. Techburg is famous for being near a compound of doomsday preppers that currently shop in Techburg for resources. They've been talking about this thing called Y2K that no one knows about in the early 90s. So they just think that they're just ridiculous people. They are infamous for this kind of connection with the bootlegging scene, with like Chicago kind of bootleggers that would have come up and do their thing there. Their economy is starting to flounder because the big water treatment plant Chemty left, and they left because of a key accident that if it got out, like we're talking Flint levels of infamy here. So they're kind of keeping it close to the chest. We mentioned that Homegrown Historical is a notable organization. They are very selective in what they are preserving, and they're trying to get the eyes off of that bootlegging stuff there. And Bitly Spellbound is the head of Homegrown. We also have the Techburg Small Business Association. That is, they are looking to like a revamp the town image, bring some jobs back. And Eric Foreman is the head of the TSBA, who also owns the local store Foreman's Flicks. And he has somehow been keeping these big franchises out of the city. Like he is the main video store in Techburg. A notable landmark, T. Bergen Park, which is named after the owner of Chemty, right in the center, rumored to have some dead bodies from the bootlegger days, but they kind of put a park over it, and there's a giant chalice of a water as a kind of like forgotten statue in the back. And again, like Shu is going to post out her picture perfect drawing of it. So
Yes, I am.
So like expect that on your social media feeds right after the show. We also have Chadwick's Quarry, where they mined limestone for the water treatment, owned by Thaddeus J. Chadwick III, and no one knows how he got this quarry, but people are pretty sure that he didn't like make it, like he got it from someone somehow. We also talked about how our school The Tebergen Academy of Science with the mascot, the Aviators, the like a science fair, huge thing because they're known for inventing things, and they kind of have to be because as we said before, they're like looking for the next big thing because the economy has been in the dumps a bit. Felix von Tebergen, I love that name so much, the principal. He's the fifth one to be part of the academic side, but he's trying to be this really awkward, cool guy, and it's not really working. But he's using this as a way to kind of prove to his family that, you know, that like he's good for something, basically. And Coach Doug Dougal, Coach D. I just realized that is two D's, but I don't want to call him Coach DD or something. Just Coach D. He's a wrestling coach, former Olympic gold athlete, kind of a lovable has-been. He was on a Wheaties box. Has anyone seen that Wheaties box? We don't know, but he was on a Wheaties box. Wears a tiny ascot. And he came to, he's not from Techburg, but he had a love interest here that he moved for, and then end up wrestling. So that's where we are now with our world. So now we want to populate that world with some rumors. Okay. Now, I'm going to read the part in the rule book because I think that it's like a really good. So it says, especially in a small town, rumors drive a lot of what goes on. The GM writes these rumors down, keeping them in mind so that they can influence the upcoming game, though there may be sources for the rumor that the players can't even imagine. Also, not all rumors have any truth to them. Finally, keep in mind that as long as you are within the bounds of what the group has like agreed to include in the game, there are no wrong answers. Okay. So we're gonna do it the same way. We're gonna go in the round robin. Each person's gonna add a rumor. Anybody else can like jump in on that rumor, add like more stuff to it, and we're gonna do 2 full rounds of a rumor. So that's
okay.
So like we're gonna go around twice. So they can be really small things, right? Like I don't know, like I heard that this person is behind on their bills or something like that, or like it can be like Techburg is Area 51. You know, it can go. It can ride the gamut, right? It doesn't have to be huge, but you know, all them combined is like what's really going to make our town pop. So let's start. Let's start with actually, you know what? Who wants to start? I will open it up. Who wants to be the first one to throw out a rumor? Markeia wants to throw out a rumor.
Oh, this is the first one I thought of. I just feel like there's got to be a rumor that there's a bootlegger's like cache somewhere where it's just like it's you know, it's not just alcohol, because it's like they would trade things so that there's like cash and maybe some bonds. Like we're talking like Goonies, like so like
gold. There's gold somewhere.
Yeah, it's somewhere if only someone could find it.
Yeah, and that makes sense, right? Because if these bootleggers, if they came up here, I mean, they're out of the jurisdiction of the big city cops. And you know, Techburg is a small town, and the cops don't have the resources to really mess with these guys. So it makes sure that they would want to store some of this stuff here in some kind of hidden cache. Who knows where it is, right? I love that. Bootleggers cache of alcohol, cash, and bonds.
That kind of ties into something that occurred to me. Is maybe there's a rumor that there's like tunnels that the bootleggers used underneath the town that no one's been able to find. So maybe they think that the cache is in one of those.
Okay, so like there's like a series of like tunnels under the town so like, is it that the tunnels are unknown, or they're kind of known and locked away, or are they
maybe homegrown is trying to close them off?
Yeah, or they're saying that they don't actually exist at all, that no one's ever actually found them, but everyone says that they've seen one and they've gone into one, but no one actually has. No one's actually sure that they exist. Everyone just says that there are secret tunnels all over town.
Oh, I love that. I love that. You know, and the funny thing about that is, so there was a similar thing at my college. I went to Brown in Rhode Island, and there were always these rumors that there were these like secret tunnels under the under the campus, and there are, right? Because like a lot of these like northeastern schools, they were used during the wars and stuff, right?
Yeah.
They were like used to move supplies and like that. So like they are, but like they're like locked away, so like you can't really like get in them. But they're there. So I love this. All right, so we have a bootlegger's cache, and we have bootlegging tunnels as well. And the cache might be in the tunnels, it might not, but it might be in there. But we do know that we have two separate things: the like a cache and the tunnels. Okay, I love this so far. Great start. Who else wants to throw a rumor out there? It can be a thing. It could be something in between some of the people that we talked about, like Felix or Coach D or Bitly. It can be a whole bunch of stuff.
I got a rumor. I heard that the gangs that were bootlegging actually never left. They just moved on to selling something else. That kind of explains why we haven't gotten blockbusters around, because I think that's
Oh my god. Oh man, so you're saying that the bootleggers?
Look, I'm not saying
they got a hold on Foreman. They got a hold on Foreman.
Foreman's flex is a front for something.
I like this. I like this. So yeah, they're all about making money, right? And like they kind of want to be in the shadows. So they are somehow influencing these franchises not to come. That's the rumor, is that it can't just be Foreman. I mean, this guy is not powerful enough to keep this huge franchise from like moving in. It's got to be something more, right?
I mean, like maybe that's what I heard. You know,
I mean, like maybe they, you know, maybe a horse showed up in somebody's bed or something. You know, like who knows? You know. Oh, I like this though. They never left, possibly involved.
Oh, you can't hear me? So
no, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
you're on stream. You're coming out of my left monitor.
Oh, here, I can fix that. And
okay.
Now it should be fixed.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Don't deny yourself both ears, Noir. You gotta
Stereo.
Exactly. You gotta get the stereo on. Okay, so I love this. So those bootlegging gangs still have influence. And, oh man, they can really be. And like it's like, are they working with Foreman? Like, does Foreman even know? Is he one of these?
Maybe
is
he's
he
the
related
Godfather
to one of these bootleggers? Exactly. Is he the new Godfather? And like everybody, oh my God. Oh, this opens up so much. So much. This is gold.
You come to me for a rental on the day of my father's.
Ooh, I love that. Like cutting up the Blockbuster card is like his version of like kissing the ring. Like,
yeah. Oh,
I love that.
The 90s movie rental mafia. I love it.
Look, Techburg has a lot going on. And this could easily be something here. All right. Let's get another rumor going, yeah. What's something else that y'all think is going on?
I heard a rumor that the local paper is trying to write a story on the Chem Tea accident.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, and we're talking like small town newspaper. Like they have a little storefront like in the back of somewhere. Right. There's like no money.
Yeah. It's like not like the Times. I mean, the Times isn't coming in to do like an investigative thing. This is like small town paper. Okay, great. You know what? Can you give me the name of the journalist that's really pushing this? That's really trying to push this through.
It's Alexa von Techburg.
Ooh.
The black cat of the T. Bergen family.
Oh my God.
Legasp.
Traitor. What a traitor to the T. Bergen legacy.
Shock.
Unbelievable. Wow. Okay. So,
She's the head editor and also probably like the only main writer.
yeah, exactly.
Right, it's just all her.
She's the editor. She's the sports columnist. She's the political correspondent. She's
Yeah, but she like really believes in the town and wants it to prosper. Yeah.
I like this. Yeah. So like she's been really trying to do this, and like the rumors are flying. Like, is somebody threatening her not to do it? Like, because it should have come out by now, right? Like, I mean, is she waiting for something else to drop? Does she have some like connections? I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that rumor can blow up into. That's great. That's great. Come on, Alexa. You can do it, Alexa. All right. I also love how the T. Bergens are everywhere, you know. But like that is kind of true about some small towns though. Like you do see like the same names on like libraries and buildings and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I actually like this. I like this. All right, let's get another rumor going, y'all. Who else has a rumor? So we don't have any rumors about any of the people yet. So we can throw. Well, I guess we do kind of have a team. But like
I heard that the Chadwicks and the Von Tiebergens have some kind of beef.
Yeah,
like Capulet and Montague.
Oh my God! So like you're saying that like this goes like back, like this goes way back.
Yeah, we've got the quarry named after one family and the park and the school named after the other family. So there's got to be some kind of struggle there.
That's right. I mean, there could have been a battle for those naming rights. Like they could have been both like fighting for those rights.
Should we change Bitley's last name to Chadwick since everyone's T?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Get that fight.
So we could do that. We could also say that Bitley is maybe married. So they've changed.
Oh, she was a Chadwick,
Bitley,
but then she
spellbound Chadwick.
We love a hyphen.
If y'all want the hyphen, I will put the hyphen in there for sure. Okay. Yes. So
she's a forward-thinking woman, a modern woman. Yeah.
That's right.
The Teabaggers were going for the clean sweep, but the Chadwicks came in and got that glory. I'd be mad too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
How did he get the quarry? How did he do it?
I love that. Yes. And like, would you say this is like a very public beef? Like everyone knows that they're kind of at odds, or
I think it is. I think it's very public, but if you address it, they'll deny it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like they like try to look good for the cameras and the papers and stuff, but in like reality, it's like they're just at each other's throats. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. This is amazing stuff, y'all. All right. So let's get another rumor. What else is going on in this town?
I heard a rumor that the Doomsday Preppers are either hunting something out there or being hunted by something.
Ooh, yeah. So maybe they're not these like, like ridiculous people that some people think. Maybe they're actually organizing because they know of some kind of threat out there, and they're the only ones taking it seriously. Like everybody's like, oh yeah, like they're just out there, but like maybe like they're like, we're trying to protect Techburg, from whatever's going on out there.
I just heard that some people died, but they don't bring them into here because they try to take care of their own. So I don't know what's going on, but it's wild.
Right. So yeah, they don't trust those Techburg doctors, those hospitals. You know what I'm saying?
They're all owned by the T. Bergens or the Chadwicks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wouldn't take anybody there. You know, I have my own home remedies. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole bunch of penicillin and stuff like that. Yeah, great. All right, they want to take care of their own. I love that. So those doomsday preppers are out there fighting the good fight, as the rumor states. Okay. Any other rumor?
I heard a rumor that they're trying to cancel the Turnip Festival.
Oh, the Turnip Festival. Okay, so
Which
tell
is,
me about this Turnip Festival.
It's the spring fair. You know how like small towns always have that like state fair that like comes around once in a while, or they have some like absurd like tiny festival that like 14 people care about? It's that.
It's that. Okay. All right. So it's not really a big thing in Techburg, but like it's something that a niche group of people really care about.
Yeah.
Or like, is it something like bigger? Like it's like a.
How do you guys feel? What do you guys feel about the Turnip Festival? It also does not have to be turnips. I just thought of spring vegetables.
No, I'm not. Should it be? Is it something that Homegrown is a part of, or is it something that they're trying to cancel? Which side would the Historical Society be on?
Well, if maybe why they're trying to cancel it has something to do with where the turnips were grown or something, like maybe it was a chemical thing, and so they're worried about, be like, no, don't eat those.
You can't
Yeah.
eat turnips.
They're like
You can't eat turnips
ginormous
anymore.
Yeah.
They're huge turnips. They're
just like so big.
Like, how did they get this big? We can't.
You know what?
We can't have
Don't ask
people eating
questions.
this.
After the
Yeah.
incident, the turnip, you
can't
can't
make
eat the
this
turnips
be known.
anymore.
Oh, after the incident. Oh, I like that. After the incident, those turnips are they're just looking bigger than normal, right? Like what is going on with these turnips? Like they look like Super Mario 2 turnips you can like hold over your head, you know, and like run around. Like these things are big.
Yeah, so I feel like Homegrown would be trying to cancel to try to keep that, you know, under wraps, keep this town image really pretty. But I feel like the Turnip Festival is one of those like weird things that just like happens in this town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you say that there is dissent? Like there's people that that are trying to fight against the cancellation?
Oh, totally.
Okay. All right. Give me a name of the main person that is leading the effort to save the Turnip Festival.
Amelia Dandervitten.
Ooh.
Amelia Dandervitten is a huge proponent of the festival. She is, you know, those like women who are just like so old that there's nothing you could do to them. They're just like made out of Teflon. They don't care. They're mean. They're gonna get up in your face. And she grew up in Techburg. She was always there, and so for her, like this festival represents like the lifeblood of this town, even if only 13 people care about it.
Right. This is like a personal thing, right? It's like personal, like it's not like you're just canceling this small thing, like you're canceling what I have to live for, like my main thing. Yeah,
you're gonna cancel the merry-go-round? Like what's next? Anarchy.
First merry-go-round, then anarchy. I love that line there. That's good. Okay,
slippery slope.
All right, so it's slippery slope. All right, so we got Amelia Dandervitten is trying to save the Turnip Festival from being canceled by Homegrown, but man, those turnips are looking strange ever since that incident. I swear, something with them, something with those things. All right, so we have a good number of rumors here, but we could definitely add more. How are y'all feeling? Do you think we should add some more? Any more kind of pop to your head, or like is this like a good amount of them for now?
I got one more just because I can't see this not being a rumor. You know that the journalist for the local paper makes up most of her stories, right?
Okay,
That's
so the rumor so the rumor is that Alexa is making up stories.
Yeah. A resident of Techburg says, and she lives here, so you know she is that resident. It's all,
Oh man.
it's all malarkey in there.
Oh man.
Malarkey.
Yes, malarkey.
So like, there's a rumor that like every time she says like sources confirmed or that kind of thing, or like I spoke with like anonymous resident, she's just making it up just to, because like she's invested in the success of this paper, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they've been getting on hard times and like they gotta get some.
I mean, the way I
stories.
figure it, the businesses of Techburg would be the ones spreading this lie, because if she's getting to the truth of the matter, we gotta make her look bad. It's the one thing the Chadwicks and the Teabaggers agree on.
Oh, the one thing they agree on is trying to bring Alexa down. Ooh, I like that.
I also want to give a shout out to the Zach Man for the idea of a root legger challenge.
Oh no!
Like kids dressing up as little turnips. Oh my god.
Wait, is that what the bootleggers like used as their front when they were bootlegging? Like it was like, oh no, this is just my box of turnips, officer.
Yes.
We'll hollow out the turnips, and there's like just bottles of like moonshine inside.
Oh yeah, because no one's gonna think about.
No one's gonna look in a
right?
turnip. We bred
so like
them
the
to be
bootleggers
big.
used huge hollow turnips, like huge hollow turnips to. Look, we're going with it, y'all. This is it. Huge
It's like
hollow
three
turnips
fifths per turnip or something like that.
Oh man.
to like hide their contraband.
Yeah.
So hey, maybe that stash is split up in some of these turnips. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know. Like maybe there's some old turnips that are just been laying in those tunnels. That they meant to move out and they're still there. Oh man.
Yeah, there's like turnip fields. There's some money just buried out in the turnips.
Yeah. So wait. So root legger, you said, right? Root legger.
I just think that's the cutest detail I've ever heard. Yeah.
Leggers.
That is pretty funny.
Little kids dressed up as turnips.
Little turnip costumes. You crown a Miss Turnip every turnip
Yes.
festival as a pageant.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So you have a Miss Turnip pageant.
No one cares about homecoming queen. They only care about being the turnip queen.
Yeah.
Or turnip princess, whatever.
Oh yeah.
This is fantastic.
Amazing, yes.
This is fantastic.
Oh,
all right, so
the
and also
turnips.
Techburg turnips.
Is that our rival schools, the Techburg turnips?
I mean,
yes.
It could, if that's what it is, that's what it is. That's what it is. All right, so your rival.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Is the Techburg
but they're like
turnips.
They're like fun, cool school,
Somehow the turnips are cooler than the aviators. How did that happen?
We do science. They
Yeah, exactly. What are the Techburg turnips? Are they just like a regular school, or like do they have like a specialization? Like are they like an academy of some sort, or is it just like the local, just regular high school?
Is this like science versus 4-H club? Like, are we going that suburby?
I mean, that's what y'all want to do.
Visit suburb, but
I mean, it's up to y'all. What do y'all want to do with the Techburg turnips?
I wonder if like they should be like the art school.
Okay.
So it's like art versus science, but I don't know if that's like too much or for this town.
I mean,
this mysterious town has an art magnet school and a science magnet school.
Look, I mean, like we're not saying these are huge schools, right? They're not, but they're I mean, don't put it past like the T-Burgers and the Chadwicks. Like they want this town to succeed, so they might be investing all this money they have from the quarry and from all this stuff into making so it's not like representative of a normal town. They have this stuff that most other small towns don't because these families have been battling for influence, right? So
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, well, I'm gonna get a park. Well, I'm gonna get this school. I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so yeah.
Two schools are in Techburg where we lay our scene. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. This is great. Okay. Any other rumors? Or are we good on rumors? All right, cool. So I think we're good on rumors. So I'm gonna read them back because this is gold right here. All right. So our rumors are there's a hidden bootlegger's cache of alcohol, cash, bonds, and like other things. There are rumors of bootlegging tunnels under the town of Techburg, and Homegrown is denying that these things even exist, right? But there's rumors that they are definitely there for sure. Maybe those bootlegging gangs never really left, you know? Maybe the reason why Blockbuster and Hollywood and these other major video companies are not able to get a hold in there is because these gangs are keeping this Foreman Flicks turf. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know why, but it can't just be Foreman. It's got to be something else. The local paper headed by Alexa von Tieberg in the black cat of the family has been trying to write a story on Kempty. You know, what happened at this accident? Why did they leave, right? And she just has not been successful up to this point. The Chadwicks and the T-Bergens have a very public beef, but they always deny it in like a public. Those doomsday preppers, they might be onto something. There's some rumors that they're either hunting something out there or they're being hunted themselves, right? And they have had some people fall, and they've not been bringing them in to the Techburg like hospitals, you know, because they want to take care of their own. Why is that? Maybe they had some kind of like injury that would make it clear that it was some kind of, you know, alien or Sasquatch or Yeti or something. Who knows? Who knows? All kind of great stuff there. Homegrown is trying to cancel the turnip festival, y'all. And after that Kempty incident, these turnips are not looking normal, right? They're looking way too big. And Amelia Dandervitten is the head resident of Techburg that is leading the fight to save the festival. This is very personal for her. She's been in Techburg all her life, and she's a fighter. And there's also rumors that, y'all, some of these turnips, man, they have been hollowed out, and some of these bootleggers have been using them to get their contraband around because there's turnips everywhere. Like, who would guess that, you know, that a turnip like contains, you know, a fifth of vodka inside of it? You know, who would know? You know, we also kind of fleshed out the like turnip festival a little bit. There's like a pageant, and there is our rootleggers, like a little rootlegger race, which I kind of think of it.
So adorable.
I kind of think of it as like a three-legged race, but like
yeah. Instead of potato sacks, it's turnip sacks.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And our final rumor is, y'all, there's no way that this paper is getting all these stories, all these sources. Everybody knows each other, right? It's a small town. Like, Alexa has got to be making up some of these stories. You know, like every time like she's citing a source or she's not giving a name. I mean, the rumor is she's just making this stuff out of thin air to keep the paper afloat, you know? So those are our rumors. I love these so much. Yeah. Oh man, so great. All right. So we have our town. We have our rumors. Actually, one thing that I forgot to do in the town that I do want to do before we get into the characters. And anyone can answer this one. Who is the mayor of Techburg?
Ooh.
I mean, obviously, it's
Would
got to
be-
be one of the two families, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it could be a plant from them though. Like it could be somebody that is like not quite that last name, but is
Like she's refreshing.
kind of like a
and she's
puppet.
She's trying to
Mhm.
make change in the town, but she's
Yeah.
got these two families.
The
that are
first,
just
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
The first
like she's
mayor
the
that
first
isn't
person
one of
that
them.
isn't a T
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. So like this mayor is the first person, not Chadwick or T. Bergen to lead. Well, I like that. All right, what is the name of this mayor?
I've got a name.
Oh,
Like you're saying that in a very
I know.
disturbing way, but
I would like to use the name Julian Pepperwood, and if you understand the reference, we should be friends.
all right.
Can we make it a female though, like Juliana?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Julian was. Wow, I have a friend named Julian that's female, so I thought it was a
all right,
female
then,
name.
cool.
No, we can.
You know-
I love it. No, Julian. Yeah.
yeah.
I know a
Pepperwood.
Julian too, and it's a male.
Oh, okay, my bad. I mean, we
So,
can definitely change it to like a more
No.
obvious.
Let's keep it Julian. I like it.
Yeah, actually, let's say that her name is Julian specifically because she knows that when she puts out those
Oh, right, it's
resumes,
gotta
she's
be.
applying to stuff.
Yep.
Like she doesn't want that bias. You know what I mean? So yeah, maybe her birth name is Julianne, but she's been going by Julian because she's like, yo, like y'all gonna hire me on my merits. You know what I'm saying?
Also, this is a New Girl reference. I couldn't help myself.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of New Girl, so like it's a little bit over my head, but I will
It's
trust in the
okay.
comedy chops of Noir. And the last name is like Pepperwood, you said?
Yes.
Pepperwood. Julian Pepperwood. Tell me a little bit about Julian. How is she older, younger? Is she originally from the area? Anybody can like jump in, by the way. Just like some traits about Julian.
She's 40 years old. She grew up in Techburg and was the neighbor of Amelia Vanderbilt.
Ooh, okay. Very good. Were they friendly?
I mean, as friendly as it gets with Amelia.
I like that. Okay. All right. Cool. And is she someone that people expected to be mayor, or was it like a surprise? Like, is she like in other parts of politics and kind of like slowly rose up until she got to the mayorship, or like was she like, this town is messed up, I'm running for mayor, and won it?
I feel like it's that. Like she's like maybe like a force of nature. Like you can see her being on like the big stage one day, but this is like a step in the right direction with that. First comes mayor, then comes president.
Big
Ooh, look at
dreams.
that.
Small town girl, big dreams.
I'm getting lots
I love
of
that.
Leslie Nope vibes here. and I'm
Yeah.
digging
Yep.
it.
I love that. Awesome. So we have our mayor, which I meant to cover in the town part, but I forgot.
Could I add a rumor?
Yeah, of course.
I heard a rumor that she's dating the editor of the newspaper.
Oh, she's dating Alexa.
The gasp.
Yeah. Oh,
That's a conflict of interest. How do they keep
Mhm.
separate?
and like they're trying to keep this on the low. They are trying to keep this on the low, but man, it's real hard to meet up. You know what I'm saying? When
Mhm.
it's a small town, like it's not like
Just
you can,
one more
like,
reason you can't believe anything in that paper, honestly.
Oh, man. I know. I mean,
Right,
the
She's
mayor,
in the mayor's
Grown.
pocket.
the mayor might be feeding Alexa's stories. Like, I mean, the mayor wants Techburg to attract jobs and and look better. She could be like, look, you need to write this so my town looks good.
Can I ask a question about the mayor? Were they elected before or after the accident?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. Someone answer that one. Was she here during the accident, or was she elected to help change things after the accident?
After.
I think it's after.
Definitely after.
Yeah.
Maybe Amelia even dared her to do it in that that weird conflict way that neighbors have, where she's like, well, if you're complaining about this, then fix it. If you want to talk about it so much, then put your money where your mouth is.
I love that. If you like this so much, won't you marry it, Pee-wee? And then you go ahead and do it. I like that. Sorry, it's a random Pee-wee Herman reference. Sorry about that. Okay, so I think it's a good time to take a break. So we can take a bio break, get some food and stuff. So let's take a break. Why don't we be back in say 5 minutes? Is that okay for everybody, or 10 maybe?
Yeah,
that works.
5 or 10? 5. Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's be back on in 5. Then we'll be back, everybody.
All right.
See
ya.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the final hour of our Kids on Bikes session 0. We have already built the world. We've already built where we are. We've built some interesting facts about Techburg. And we've also kind of talked about some rumors around Techburg, some which involve some of the NPCs that we've already created, and some that just involve the history of the town. And man, we've got some salacious stuff, some stuff popping off in Techburg. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I am super excited. So for the last bit of this, we want to focus now on the characters. So the character building in Kids on Bikes is pretty great. They already have a bunch of tropes in the a playbook. In the guidebook or the playbook, rule book, whatever, in the book. And obviously you can build your own custom character, but the tropes, I think, at least give you a good baseline of it. And the reason why that is important is because each character has a certain set of a stats. So each stat gets a certain die assigned to that stat. So I'm going to read what those stats are. So the first one is brains. This determines how book smart a character is. This will determine how well they understand problems, how well they did or are doing in school, and how quickly they're able to solve academic problems. Don't worry, I won't use that as an excuse to include math or science in this campaign. Roll the brains to see if you can differentiate this equation.
No.
Don't you dare, Shareef. Don't you dare.
I was told there would be no math.
We were talking about how I was going to blue screen earlier. That literally just did it.
No, I am not that bad. All right. Brawn. This stat determines how much brute strength a character has. It does not determine how well they can fight, just how well they can lift things and how much physical damage they can take. It also determines how physically intimidating a character is. And then we have fight. This stat determines how good at a combatant a character is with whatever weapons or fighting skills you decide that your character knows, while a character with a high fight stat won't be able to pick up a gun and use it effectively if they've never fired one before. This stat will make them good with weapons that they do have experience with. Also, they'll be able to learn how to use new weapons and fighting skills more easily if given the proper training. Okay, flight. This stat determines how fast a character is, as well as how skilled they are at evading their problems, both literally and figuratively. Characters with a high flight stat will be fast and tough to attract both physically and verbally. Charm. This stat determines how socially adept a character is and how good they are at reading the emotions of another person or group of people. characters with a high charm stat will be able to talk themselves out of tough situations and into good ones with relative ease within reason. And then grit. This stat determines how hard it is to break a character emotionally or physically. Characters with a high grit stat will be able to keep a level head in the worst of a situations and will be able to keep their cool even when push hard. Finally, this stat determines how street smart a character is. So each character has these six stats, and there's 6 die. There's a D20, there's a D12, there's a D10, there's a D8, a D6, and D4. And if you've never played with different kinds of die before, the number after the die is like how many sides on the die. So if I don't know if this will be. Oh yeah, as Kailey is showing her nice little sword. Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Showing
So
off our dice.
I mean, I wasn't planning on it, but
mine are just set out so nicely in the.
But yeah, that looks really nice. It like has a sheath too, right?
Chinese.
I got you.
I have
So
mine
many
somewhere.
shinies.
I'm not gonna get them, but I have dice.
I mean, are we doing this? Like, are we snapping?
Are we doing this?
I mean, is the rest of the show going to be showing dice? Is that what's happening?
I could do that.
I love my dice.
Oh my God. I do love my dice as well. Oh, that's really nice.
I gotta get like
Yeah.
a case for this. Dang.
That's really nice. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. So the cool thing is that you can only put 1 die on 1 stat, right? So the higher die that you have, the higher probability that you will succeed in that stat. So like if you want a character that's like really book smart, you might want to give them like a really high stat on brains, right? So like I might give them like a D20 or like a D12 on like a brains. Also, but I would think about your highest stat and your lowest stat, right? Because like those really are the ones that are really going to come into play. Because if you have, say, a D4 on grit, that means that you're really easily to break and you'd probably freak out at most scary kind of like a situations, right? So the like a good thing about the like existing tropes is that they like balance that out and they assign the dice to those stats automatically based on what the archetype of the character is. And like we can shift things around, right? If like we want, but like the tropes are like a great starting point, right? So like those are all the stats and like all of the 6 die that you assign to like each of the stats. So like this is like a much more streamlined approach to like a die rolling than like a lot of other systems that like I've used, which is why I enjoy it. So what we're gonna do then is, if everybody is comfortable with sharing, not the name yet, but like just the trope, and if you could read off what the stats are for that trope, that would be magnificent. So why don't we start this time from the bottom left to the right? So let's start with Shu.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with the loner weirdo.
Loner weirdo. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
okay.
yeah. The age is like a teen. Grit is D20. Fight is D12. D10 is brawn. D8 brains. D6 flight. D4 charm.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So you're really strong in that grit, right? You're like really hard to break. But man, you can't talk your way out of anything. You're talking over yourself. Yeah. You're spilling secrets. You're like you know, like you are not suave with the words. But yeah. So we will go over the strengths and flaws and the questions a little bit later, but I trying to get a sense of what like everybody's thing is. Okay, great. All right, Kailey, why don't you tell me which archetype you chose to go with?
I think I'm gonna go with Scout.
Okay.
So they're child teen, D20 for brains, D12 for grit, D10 for charm, D8 for brawn, D6 for flight, and D4 for fight.
Okay.
Not very fighty, this baby.
Yeah, not very fighty, but you can outthink a lot of people. So like you can think your way out of a lot of like a situations, you know. So yeah, that's why that like balance is like so great, like between the 20 and the 4, because you know this is not a system that encourages like you're just doing combat or you're just doing this, right? Like there's always going to be a multitude of way. I mean, like most RPGs, right? There's always a multitude of ways to like approach any kind of situation, but you always want to play to the strengths of your character, right? So, but like, hey, you might be feeling lucky, and let's say, hey, I'm not a fighter, but hey, like I'm feeling lucky, you know. And well, actually, I guess this is a good. Well, I'll mention after we go through all of them what the die rolling is, because it is still possible to score a high die roll even though you have a D4 or like a low die, and I'll like talk about that a little bit later. All right, cool. So we have a scout scale from my Kailey. All right, Markeia.
Yes, I'm also loner weirdo, but I
Okay.
did customize it.
Okay.
So grit is D20, fight is D12, charm is D10, brains D8, brawn D6, and flight D4.
Okay.
Because she's a spiritual goth.
Ritual goth. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Basically, she's going to grow up to be a DJ and spread the word of the dark gods.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's a child, so
Yeah. Okay. I like that because, you know, this is like, I mean, the 90s, you know, well, I can only speak from living in the tri-state in like the New Jersey and New York area, but this was a mixtape culture, y'all. This is when, if you wanted to know what was popping, like there were no MP3s, there was no Spotify or whatever. Like you went to your local mixtape person and said, yo, give me the latest DJ Clue mixtape or DJ Scribble mixtape. And that's how you found out like a lot of new like stuff. So like most of us growing up wanted to be DJs because that was like the influence thing that we listened to as like kids, you know? So great. All right, awesome. So also very, very high grit, right? So like you're really strong under pressure. But you can't really get out, escape things quickly,
no.
you know.
Not much of a runner. That's why I made her super young. I made her a child so she could get that +1 in flight and charm. And like remember that it like said both literally and figuratively, right? So it's like both of those things that your flight that it affects. Awesome. Okay, so we have another lone weirdo. Very good. And Noir.
Okay, I've been thinking about it. I think I'm going to go with Plastic Beauty.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Spice it up.
Yeah, I'm playing. And I'd like to just do a little bit of switching here and replace my fight with brawn. So I'll have a D10 for brawn and a D6 for fight. Mainly because this is one of those guys that that does all the exercises for no reason. Like, you know, this is your Instagram Chad before there was an Instagram. So he's got nobody to show his aesthetics to, but yeah, he's just
So like you're just taking shots of yourself with like a one shot or like a Polaroid, and just showing and just spreading those around.
Yeah,
right? I mean, like that's your Instagram. Like you're taking one shots of yourself and you're bringing them to the pharmacy and developing them and then showing them off to people. Like, this is what's
I'm let's see, we're in the 90s, so I'm rocking those genuine aesthetics. Because if I can't have abs in real life, god dang it, I'm going to do it in a game.
That's right. Hey, this is what the game is for. Yeah, so like you have a D20 in charm, so you could definitely use those abs to charm people and, kind of get your influence on folks, with that sexy bod of yours. But that sounded really weird for me to say, but hey,
it's really the emphasis that you put on it.
Yeah. I mean, this was around the time bod body spray was coming out, so God.
Oh.
Did you hear everybody just fucking flip?
Thanks for bringing that up. Thank you very much. That will not be in the campaign. Unless you really push for it.
No, I will not. I refuse.
Maybe Foreman Flick sells some bod on the side. But that grit, man, if you're ever faced with a tough situation, man, it's really tough for you to keep that composure,
Yeah,
you can talk a good game and like charm people, but if it came down to like, what are we gonna do? Like, what's up?
I melt. Absolutely. I just wanted somebody that looked tough, that looked like they could handle themselves, but no.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, great. All right. So we talked a little bit about I think everybody kind of gave around their like ages. We got teen, child, and what was your age, Noir? Would you be like a teen or a? Yeah,
I am definitely going to be a teen.
Or adult?
Yes, right. Definitely a teen.
All right, great. I mean, you can be an adult with them abs, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't all lose them when we get older, though. Most of the time.
I certainly did. They just.
Man, I remember like I ran track in high school, so I was skinny, but I was like pretty like fit.
Man, it was over the second I got my own money to buy chicken nuggets.
Oh, dude, let me tell you, I remember thinking like, because at that time I could eat whatever I wanted and nothing ever changed my body, so I'd eat horribly, and like I remember thinking like, man, I guess I'm just one of those people where I can just eat everything and I never have to worry about eating healthy. And man, I found out real quick that was not the deal. All right, cool. So, as you probably notice on those tropes, each character has some suggested strengths and flaws, right? So strengths are mechanical advantages that your character will have while playing the game. Flaws are not mechanical, but they help you to develop the character's personality. And you really want to choose 2 strengths and like 2 flaws. From there is a full list in the appendix if like you wanted to like look over all those, but I think it's a little bit easier to like just choose from the sheet of tropes. Also, I wanted to like mention, I think Markeia mentioned it earlier, but so the child gets quick healing strength, cannot take the rebellious strength, and they get a +1 to their flight and their charm checks because they're so fast and likable. Teens get the rebellious strength because we all know that teens like rebel, and they add +1 to their fight and brawn checks because they're pugnacious and in their prime. And because we don't have any adults, we don't have to like go over that for now. I mean, there will be adults in the campaign, obviously, but but we don't have any as like players. So let's start with Shu. So let's go to the loner weirdo thing. And so the possible strengths are cool under pressure, intuitive, prepared, skilled at something, tough, and unassuming. So which of those two strengths do you think fits your character?
I would definitely say I'm looking at the character sheet on Roll20, and out of the strengths, I like cool under pressure.
Okay.
I think my character can, keep it pretty together. And then I didn't see this on the loner weirdo like suggested ones, but the one that I like is rebellious.
Okay, so like you automatically get rebellious as a team.
Oh.
So
Okay.
like you can actually pick another one because all the teams are automatically rebellious.
Better. I'm going to make her wealthy.
Okay. I love how that's a strength too. Just money.
Yeah.
It like reminds me of that was that, I forgot what it was, either Justice League or Batman or Superman, where like they like asked Batman what his superpower was, and like he was like, I'm rich. I forgot which movie it was.
Yeah. That's like a real like meta moment of just being like, honestly, this is just like some rich white dude who with a vendetta, and look at him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, so let's look at some likely flaws. So we have blunt, deceitful, disloyal, disobedient, gloomy, hot-tempered, inconsiderate, obnoxious. Wow, this sounds really bad. Paranoid, reckless, rude, or secretive. So like remember that these are not like mechanical things. These are just for you to flesh out like the personality of your character. So
yeah.
So like let's pick two flaws.
I'm gonna choose gloomy and rude.
Okay. Gloomy and rude. All right. So cool under pressure and wealthy, but also tends to be a little gloomy and definitely rude, which kind of makes sense with that D4 charm, right? Like,
yeah.
Even if you're trying to be nice, like it's just like not working for you. Awesome. All right. So let's move to Kailey, the scout. So the possible strengths for the scout are cool under pressure, intuitive, lucky, prepared, skilled at something, and treasure hunter. So which one of those two scouts, or like, I mean, like you can also pick from that larger list if you want as well. And like, remember that like as like a teen, you are automatically like rebellious.
Right. I think I'm probably like a young teen, like maybe 13 at the oldest. I think I'm gonna go with prepared. The scout feels right. And skilled at like tinkering, like being able to like put stuff together, almost like MacGyver style.
Okay.
Make stuff.
Okay. Great. Skilled at tinkering. So like when you say tinkering, you basically mean like if you get into a situation where there's like a bunch of stuff on the ground, like you could fashion some kind of device.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. All right. So the likely flaws of a scout: absent-minded. It's a weird one for a scout, but like a scout that forgets things. Blunt, boastful, conceited, dogmatic, inconsiderate, patronizing, restless, slovenly, superstitious, vain, and vindictive.
I might pull from some of the other flaws because there was I really like the idea of neurotic and reckless.
Okay. All right, neurotic and reckless. Sounds good. Okay. Markeia. So we have the same likely strengths and flaws that we read for Shu, and I can read them again if you like. And you can either pick from those or you can pick from the larger list. So let's start out with strengths.
Yeah, definitely going for intuitive because she listens to her guides and her spirits. So definitely have to have intuitive for her. And I also want to do treasure hunter. May spend 1 adversity token to find a useful item in your surroundings. I feel like she's guided.
I love that. Yeah, and like as I said before, we'll talk about dice rolling and adversity tokens. I'll explain what that means after we do this stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll have time. We might have to do it at the beginning of a session 1. Do the questions characters ask to each other, because like I don't think we'll have time here. But that's fine. I just don't want to rush that, because that really is a cool part of the system. So, all right. And what flaws you want to go with?
Well, definitely blunt, because she's a kid. It's like that's a definite.
Yeah, they just tell you like it is.
Yeah, be like, it's this thing. This is what's happening. That kind of a thing. Yeah. And I keep on staring at it, and I don't know whether I should take it or not. But I kind of want her to be petty, just because I love myself a petty little goth queen.
Okay, well.
Like too young to know better, and just like carries a grudge because she doesn't realize you can't do that, but you kind of can.
Okay, yes, it's interesting, right? Because I feel like, we can definitely go with petty. I think with kids though, I tend to think like they don't know they're being petty. They're just like,
that might just be a natural thing that she has. Well, I could do superstitious then, because she's so spiritual. Then that falls in line with that.
Oh, I like that. Maybe she's like, of course these doomsday preppers are hunting whatever it is. Like, why wouldn't they be?
It's obviously the Sasquatch.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely.
I found this tuft of fur.
Oh man, love it. All right, so Mr. Plastic Beauty himself, Noir. So let me read the likely strengths of the Plastic Beauty. So. Cool under pressure, intuitive, lucky, prepared, skilled at something, and wealthy. Or, of course, you can pick from the bigger list as well. So what strengths you want to go with?
Just to be sure you get 2, right?
2, yes. Yeah. 2. Okay. And like as a teen, you automatically get the rebellious.
Yep.
Rebellious strength.
All right, just wanted to make sure I had that right. I've got these picked. I hate this character already. I picked wealthy and lucky.
Oh man! Wow,
that makes a lot of sense, honestly.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Sounds like you might be a Chadwick or.
Yeah, you already beat me to it. You beat me to it.
You're a Chadwick.
Sounds like it to me. All right, and what flaws? What flaws are you going with?
I am going with since it wasn't taken, I have to take petty. I have to do it.
Sure.
And I am also going to I'm going to pick self-centered.
Okay.
Because you're
just going all in.
Yeah.
All in.
Yeah, we're just gonna do this. This is not a great guy at the start. But that's what the character growth is for.
Exactly. It makes a nice arc. I like it.
Let's see. And it was just 2 for flaws, or how?
Yeah. Only. I mean, if you want to add more, I won't stop you.
I mean, I don't mind.
If you want to pile them on. But no, 2 is good. Okay. 2 is good. All right. So you might notice in your trope thing, there are 2 questions. So I want you to answer those on your own. So those are not ones that you would share with everybody else. So like those are ones that you want to keep to yourself. And like those are ones that you can use maybe in some of your character interactions in the game. They could possibly like they could come up, and then like you can like mention them, right? But like those are kind of intended to be things that other people don't know about you, right? Unless we establish during the questioning part that you're best friends with another character or like that kind of thing. So like those, So for the lone For the loner weirdos, those questions are: why are you happy or fending for yourself? And what part of the cool life kid do you wish you had just a little bit? So those are the questions for the loner weirdo. For the plastic beauty, it's how does it feel to have others think that you're beautiful but terrible? And what do you sacrifice to remain beautiful? That's a pretty deep question. And for the scout, we have who first got you into the scouts, or more generally, the great outdoors. And what do you have to give up to spend as much time in nature as you do? And if those questions don't exactly fit how you plan on taking your character, you can modify them. As long as you have like two things that like you have as like, two questions about yourself that you are answering and like kind of keeping to like yourself. You can put it in your character sheet, because I locked that so that only you can see it. So that you can like reference it through the campaign. All right, so I kind of want to end on the names because that's cool to me. But like before we get to like the names, I want to explain how the dice rolling works, and I think Markeia brought up like a Versity token, so I want to like mention that as well. All right, so if something happens, right, you come across a person that you want to talk to, or there's a problem that you want to like solve, I'm going to set a certain difficulty for it. So like I'm going to say this task has a difficulty of say 6, right? And depending on how you want to attack that problem, you might want to roll brains if like you want to like do like a intellectual solution, charm if like you just want to like charm your way there, fight if like you want to do like a direct kind of confrontation. Fight doesn't have to be like a physical thing, it could be like just like an aggressive like a thing. Brawn if you're trying to intimidate someone, right? So obviously you want to use the dice that benefit you best, right? But even if I set something at say a 5, if your stat has a D4 in it, then the highest that you can roll is like a 4, right? So you technically can't get to like a 5. But one thing that happens in Kids on Bikes, and I love this part of the system, is your dice can do what's called explosion, right? So if you roll the highest number on your die, it's what's called an explosion, and you get to roll a second time. So let's say I set something with a difficulty class of 5, and like you only have a D4 in the stat that is required for it, right? If you roll a 4, then then that die explodes and you get to roll a second time. And if you roll say a 2 on the second time, then your final number is the original 4 plus the 2. So you'd actually have a 6, which means that you would pass that like difficulty, So even though you're lower in something, you still have a probability to like explode on the die.
Can a die explode more than once?
Yes, they can explode unlimited until you pass it. So it's possible to. So if I set a difficulty class of say 13 and like you have a D4, it'll be hard to do, but you could explode it 3 times and roll like a 14 or a 15 or a 16, right? And if you do the rolls in roll 20, it'll do the explosion for you. So you might click on your stat that like says a D6 and the number is like a 20 and you're just like, wait, what? What happened? That's how that means that like you wrote a 6, another 6, and another 6 and a 2, so that explosion part is to encourage you to still try things, right? Because you still have a chance, even if you're weak in that stat, so it is a super exciting part of the like a system, and it makes for some really fun things if like a person just keeps exploding that die. It is very, very cool, right? I tend to, my style is I typically won't say you have to roll this stat for it. If you can justify a creative, like a solution, if it makes sense, I will almost always let you do it because I want you to be invested in the story, right? So like if I say something that seems like it's a brains check, like it's some kind of puzzle, if like you say, hey, I just want to try to knock this door down, you know, or like I want to try to find somebody that I can maybe charm into opening it for me, you know, all that stuff works, right? So like always think about ways that are outside of exactly what's there, even if it's a stat that we're weak, that you're weak in, because one good thing about a low die, and I promise this is the most math that I'll say, is that the probability of rolling any number on a lower die is higher than a higher die. So if I roll a d4, I have a 25% chance of getting a 4, right? If I roll a d16, I have a 1 in 16 chance of getting a 16. So it's more likely to explode your die on like a smaller die. Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Math over. Okay.
Now I want a 16-sided die.
I do too.
I want.
Oh yeah. Right. Sorry.
No.
A 16-sided die.
Someone,
but there should be. Make me one. Someone make me one.
Oh God, I just committed
So
to creating
cool.
a whole new die. Oh no.
More math rocks, please.
New tetrahedron alert.
Yeah, exactly. I meant a D12. Sorry, but yeah. So like it like encourages you to try things that you might not try in like another system. Like I might say like, hey, I'm low on this, so I'm never gonna roll it, right? Because I'm never gonna do well. In like Kids on Bikes, it's like, whoa, I still might be able to get this if I explode on it. So cool. All right, so adversity tokens. If you fail something, you get what's called an adversity token, right? So even though like obviously we want to like pass every single thing, right? But the adversity tokens are great because you can add those on to your failed rolls. So if I failed, say like 5 checks and I have 5 adversity tokens, if I set something at like a difficulty class of like 10 and you only roll a 6, you can add those adversity tokens onto your failed roll to pass that check.
Ooh.
So it's basically like, yeah. So you're basically like saving up points that like you can use. And y'all, there's no better time when there's a big thing happening and everybody just throws their adversity tokens in there and like something awesome happens.
Fail forward. I love it.
Yeah. So I mean, it depends on your play style. I mean, there's some people that like love to save them all up, and there's some people that, you know, they'll like use like a 1 here and like one there. So you definitely want to make sure that you're keeping track of those. I'm gonna keep track of them as like well, but there's also a part on your character sheet where like you can add like adversity tokens on there. So make sure to use those because, you know, why fail when you can pass. Also, other people can help other folks with their adversity tokens as well. So like, you know, if she fails something by like a 2 and like a Noir has 3 tokens, you can give those tokens over to her and like have her pass, you know. And the cool thing, maybe I should have picked a hopeful player, but no. And so like the cool thing about that is that it gives you a chance to role play a cooperative thing, right? So yeah, it just adds all kind of cool and like awesome things to it. So like the cool thing is that if you fail a roll, it is not bad. Okay. And I'm usually gonna let like y'all like, you know, actually actually do the like a role playing of like what like happens if you pass something, if you fail something, if you get close, if you pass something with like, you know, with like 10 over or like or something, then you can describe something that is really really awesome. So okay, great. So there's other mechanical stuff on because on bikes. I'm pretty much going to limit it to what we already talked about, though. I mean, there's things like planned actions and that kind of stuff that I don't think we really need to get into for this game, unless y'all like really want to like incorporate that in. But I found that using the baseline stuff, I think it like makes for a great engaging game. So what I want to do is I want to go around and I want everybody to tell me the name of their character and maybe some bits about the character. And then we'll go into some questions from the chat, if there are some, and then we'll go into outros. Okay. So who wants to start first with their character name? If you want to speak in character, you can do that if you like, if you've gotten that far. You don't have to. And tell me just a little bit about that character. Who wants to start first?
I'll go. Yeah.
All right.
Can you? I've forgotten it. What's the name of the mayor again?
The mayor's name is Felix von Tiebergen.
No.
No, that's the principal.
Julian.
Sorry.
Julian Pepperwood.
That isn't a
Julian Pepperwood.
Oh, right. Yes.
Pepperwood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Felix
Julian.
is the principal. Julian.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry about that.
So my character's name is Mana Pepperwood. She's the daughter of the mayor.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Ooh.
So yeah, Mana Pepperwood is her name, but her DJ name, which she keeps on changing as she's trying to figure herself and the world out. Right now, her DJ name is Exquisite.
I love
and I can spell that for you.
Yes, please spell it. I hope it starts with an X.
Yes.
Gotta start with an X.
Yes.
It's EXQUIZITE.
Oh.
Exquisite.
Oh my God.
And like the first name MONNA.
Yeah, MANA. Mana.
Oh, okay. MANA.
Yeah.
Ooh,
like that spiritual nature source.
Secret of Mana.
That was her. Mana.
Love that.
Mana Pepperwood.
Oh, I love the daughter of the mayor. Ooh,
daughter of the mayor.
And grew up near Amelia as well, possibly.
Yeah, actually. I kind of feel like Mana, she's a spiritual goth. She's into all kinds of music, big into mixtapes with trying to find the sound of her gods with it. Very spiritually driven. The way that she reacts to the world, like she feels like everything is guided, everything is spiritual. She's in contact with her ancestors, and she's just trying to get everybody else on the same spiritual plane with her. It's like everything would be better if you would just give in to your ancestors. Like I have for mine. My ancestor Frigga, that's Norse, a Norse goddess. Just be the battle warrior inside, like I am. And
I love it.
I have her. Yeah, she's super loner weirdo.
Incredible. I love her so much.
But she whatchamacallit? Yeah, I have her as child age, so I'm not sure what to. Is that like 12? Is that like 11, 12?
Yes, I think a preteen can be.
Yeah, she's
a
definitely
child.
preteen.
Yeah. So like I'll say 11, 12.
Okay.
That's around that. All right, so we got Mana Pepperwood, the daughter of the mayor.
I love it.
Oh my God.
I mean, I don't know.
Sure.
next here. I guess this side of the overlay is the rich side because hey, let me get into it. What's up?
Oh my god, incredible.
They
Oh,
what's up, bruh? They call me Four or whatever. It is cool, but like my government is Thaddeus J. Chadwick the Fourth. But you can just straight up call me Four, man.
Wow.
We're just out here, dude.
Oh my God.
just
So
now.
well, Thaddeus, tell me a little bit about yourself. Like,
Well, first off,
what are you into?
I love lifting. Like it's my thing. It's my passion. You know, your body's a temple, so you gotta hammer it away, man. You gotta be your own carpenter to build your temple, and that's what I do. I pray at the Iron Temple, dude. It's great. Like I wanna like go out for sports or stuff, but like I've got a lot going on with the old man and whatnot, so it's no big deal. But yeah, that's what I'm into. Like I'm into feeling good, looking good, having a good time, party. Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, you're that kid who says party every sentence.
Party, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, man, we got a Chadwick. Unbelievable.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Wow. Born in the quarry. All right. Who? Shu and Kailey. Who wants to?
I'll
be
go.
next with their-
Oh, you go.
So my name is Meadow McKinley. I used to live outside of town with my mom in a cabin. But we left 2 years ago because she didn't like some of the stuff that they were talking about. And so now we live in town with everybody else. But I still have some of like the stuff that I learned. I know some of the stuff that I learned there. We're not allowed to go back there though, but I still remember stuff.
Man, oh, this is something, y'all. Maybe Meadow knows what's going on out with these doomsday preppers, y'all.
I remember.
That scout. Now the scout comes into play.
Mhm.
Now the scout comes into play. Ooh, this is good. This is good. All right, cool. Shoo.
My name is Winter Lee, and some people call me a goth person, but that's not true. I'm a follower of nihilism because nothing matters and everything is dead. So I think it's very important to distinguish that. You know, my backstory is not like a big deal, but like for some reason the town really cares or whatever. But just so you know, yes, I did grow up in Orlando. Yes, my father does work for a large PR firm. Yes, he did remarry Lillian Von T. Bergen or whatever. So now technically I'm like part of this like stupid town or whatever. You know, a lot of people ask me, why am I into nihilism? But honestly, after my mom died, I discovered French New Wave, and I think it's really important to just understand the French.
Understand the French. Ooh, I like that. Wow. Wow, y'all. Yeah, y'all have gone above and beyond. Noir looks like he's recording a mixtape right now.
Dude, yeah, man, right, dude. Party.
Like he looks like he's DJ Exquisite right now. Yeah, oh man, yeah. So we have Winter Lee, we have Meadow McKinley, we have Mana Pepperwood, and we have Four.
Four, dude.
AKA Thaddeus J. Chadwick the Fourth. Oh my goodness, y'all. We are ready to rock. So as I said before, we do have some additional character building stuff that I want to do, but we're running out of time, so we'll do that at the beginning of next week. And then we'll jump right from there into session 1. Yeah, so I think that would be cool. So
Oh,
why don't we
also,
go-
I just want to say I'm 14, so that we're all like roughly the same age, I think.
okay.
Oh snap!
Yes,
I forgot to
yeah.
do my age. I'm 16,
I
bro.
had a feeling that you were like 52 or something.
I mean,
Dude, this isn't fake.
age
This
doesn't
forever.
really matter.
Wow, we're
Well,
like a
you're
descending scale of age. So we're 15, 14, and 13, and 12, right?
11.
Are you 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11.
Well,
yeah.
I'm actually I'm ageless, but you know, right
So
now I'm 11 and a half
Okay, yeah. I say
by Earth
usually.
years
1.5.
this cycle.
Oh,
Age is
Oh.
age is a
cycle.
construct.
I'm 16, but I got a killer fake ID, dude.
Oh yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Oh God, you probably don't even need the ID. You just walk in there like, "Hey, I'm a Chadwick," and they just
Dude, it's 4.
I also have a fake ID, but it's a passport, and I'm not allowed to tell people where I got it and where I have it.
I love how we are. See, this is what I love about this game is we're already ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're ready to jump in, and it's almost hard to end it, but like we do have our time constraints. So let's go around and everybody share again who you are, who your character is. Now that we have our character names, and if you want to plug anything, that's going on. Let us know. So let's start from the lower left. Let's start with Shu.
Hi everyone. My name is Shu. I'm going to be playing Winter whenever we start session 1. You can find me at Twitter at Hello There Shu, and I also do a lot of comedic writing.
All right, cool. Kailey.
Hey everybody, I'm Kailey Bray. You can find me on Twitter at Hoppa Barbarian. I will be playing Meadow McKinley, your scout, and check me out on Pixel Circus on Fridays and Saturdays playing Dungeons and Dragons. And right after this stream, we've got a hyper RPG stream where Zach will be talking about some of the fun chaos that we got up to last night. So if you're around and looking for more stuff, don't miss it.
Awesome. Markeia.
Hey, I'm Markeia McCarty. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Markeia McCarty, or you can check out Something Scary. It's on youtube.com/snarled. And something that, Hunters Entertainment has a really great Kickstarter going on right now. It's for Gods of Metal Ragnarok. It's living your best epic heavy metal fantasy RPG. We are funded, but the campaign is ending next Monday, I want to say. Go ahead and check it out. It's brutal legend meets Metalocalypse, but it's in an RPG form, and I just please just go ahead and check it out. Gods of Metal Ragnarok. I am playing Mana Pepperwood, who is a spiritual goth, but this is I think maybe my 9th or 10th time actually being on this planet. I am trying to find the sounds of my gods, and along with that, I will convert others so that they also can find their gods and spiritual guides. Yeah. My mother's the mayor, but that's not important.
I mean, in this life, your mother's the mayor. This in this cycle.
She's always been a warrior in one way, shape, or form, whichever cycle she's been in.
Sweet. Oh, I love this. And even though I am scared to ask Noir, you look like you are still in character fully.
How's it going? Noir, dude. Party. Oh no, okay, I can't. That's taking a toll, and I was gonna get stuck in it. Hi, I'm Noir. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram as the Noir Enigma. You can find me on TikTok by dropping the. Later today, I'll be on Roll Together's Twitch channel, being GM'd by the wonderful Brito. If you haven't followed Brito on Twitch and Twitter, please do so now. 3 E's, DO, and underscores. And we have a fantastic cast for that game. We've got Rox the Wizard, Tinny, S Bundle, and Persephora, and somehow I'm in there. That's fun. Tomorrow you can catch me over on LFM Network, where we have Degrees of Madness. It's me and the team from Perception Studios playing Call of Cthulhu. Always a good time. Then on Critical Misses tomorrow, I'll be GMing a mask game called Second City Saviors because I love all my games being played in Chicago. And I do a bunch of other stuff. Follow me on Twitter, please, 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 to find out what I'm up to next because it's a lot.
All right, cool. And I'm Shareef. I've been your game master today. You can find me at shareefjackson.com, SHAREEF Jackson.com, or Shareef Jackson on all social networks. Tonight at 7 p.m., I will be doing a conversation on Diversia Gaming with Rivals of Waterdeep, which is the D&D group that I rock with, on twitch.tv/Rivals of Waterdeep. So make sure to check that out at 7 p.m. tonight. On Tuesday, I do a weekly gaming stream on Rivals of Waterdeep as well at 10 a.m. Central. Currently playing through Spiritfarer, which is a pretty fun game about helping people to the afterlife, but it's super cute and awesome. And on Saturday, I'll be part of a charity game with Basement and Bugbears raising money for Jasper's Game Day to help end teen suicide. That is at twitch.tv/20 sides to every story. And every Sunday at 12 p.m. Central, it is Rivals of Waterdeep. We are currently in season 9, episode 3 of our D&D campaign. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We had a lot of fun. Very, very happy and psyched to start this session with this wonderful group of folks. And we will see y'all next week, same time, same place. Peace out, everybody.
Bye, everybody.